Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We got old Bud here, but we're not actually working on old Bud yet. We're gonna be working on this trailer, changing up a few things, doing stuff. I just picked up this trailer, used trailer from the neighbors. So we're gonna be working on this trailer. Picked this up recently. Gonna be, I didn't show you guys anything yet. So the wood is obviously seen its age. This trailer is an '07, I think. So we're gonna be replacing the wood on here. We trying to fix it up. I might try to repaint it, just respray it, you know, what's visible more or less, but just kind of go through it, fix it up. Like I said, I may or may not spray it, I don't know. Give me your ideas of what we should do. But anyway, the first thing we're gonna do is, I don't necessarily like this hitch. There's nothing wrong with it, I don't think. Obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't necessarily care for it. It's kind of awkward to me. So instead, because if I want to change the height, you know, rather than having to carry different balls for different trucks or whatever, you know, 2 bolts in this thing, you can raise it up and lower it. This here, you have to reach around the backside and do that. And I like this style better. I've had a trailer before with this in it, and I just kind of like this better. So we're going to be taking this off. We're going to be welding this to the front of this. So that's the first little project for this trailer. And then I'm going to go run and grab probably some material. One thing we got to figure out as well is this here pan. There's only a couple holes in the entire thing. Like there's one there, there's one here somewhere, but the water just lays in here. So we're gonna probably, I like having this because you know, you can throw chains and stuff, they won't go through like a span of metal, but at the same time it needs some extra drainage holes in the corners and stuff like that. So we're gonna be kind of cutting some bigger holes in it. Probably leave that alone for now, but like I said, if you guys think we should paint this, let me know. I don't know, I think I might, just because take all the wood off, I'll see then. But if we get that point, I mean, it's like, why not, you know? So anyway, we're gonna start by unbolting this, and then we are going to clean it up, weld this on here. I just like this because obviously it more adjustment, and it's easier. You just got 2 bolts, you know, to adjust it up and down. So anyway, that's what we're gonna work on, and we'll see what happens here today. You know, definitely try to get this ripped off today if I can. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get started on this. And I'm probably going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna MIG weld it, guys. You know, should you MIG weld it? It's a big if. Everything on here is MIG welded at one point or another, so it's, you know, it's strong. You can stick weld, you can do whatever you want, but at the same time, guys, you know, do it at your own risk, because this obviously is something critical. I used to build trailers out of high school for a short time, so everything they did was MIG welded on countless hitches and stuff like that. So as long as you do it properly, it can be good, but like I said, do it at your own risk. So that being said, let's get started now.
Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
Past that.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now? promise. We're just
Alright, got it welded on there. Nothing too pretty. I haven't done a lot of vertical up MIG in a while, so it's good enough. I did 3 passes on each side, so it's going to be plenty good. Plus up top there. Watching the races today. But anyhow, I just kind of got it figured what I'm going to need for this trailer, for the board, or for the board wise. So anyway, I'm going to run to Lowe's now, I believe. Get some lumber. The actual flat deck right here is it's 18 foot to right here, 18 feet. I don't think Lowe's sells 18 footers, so I'm just gonna get all 12 footers because this here section in the back here is 3 foot. So I figured, you know, it's gonna be best to where if I have extra whatever, I can use it back here. But 12 footers will give me, you know, I can offset them, meaning 12 foot to here, I'll have 6 foot left over that I can start with there, and then just that way I can offset the seams on the boards as I go across. So that's what I'm gonna do. These here are actually tucked in the side. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't really see a reason to, because it's gonna hold water in there as well. So I'm just gonna butt it up to the edge of the trailer here. But anyhow, I gotta get this trailer back out of the way because we gotta take old Bud to go get the lumber. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook back up to this, back out of the way. I would take the trailer. The lights aren't working on old Bud, and I don't have a my tag on it yet, so it's kind of illegal. But anyway, I'm just gonna take old Bud. We'll be able to fit 12-foot lumber in there. So anyhow, that's what we're going to do now. Like I said, I'm not sure if I want to paint it just yet. I mean, obviously it would look good, cleaned up, painted up, but at the same time, I need to use this almost right away. I mean, yeah, I mean, it would be very beneficial if I could use it right now. So I'm not too worried about it, but maybe here in the near future, you know, maybe not. I don't know. But anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and go get some lumber. We'll get back at it soon. I'm gonna hook back up, back side of the way. Might even just back it up in here. That way I can work in the shade of ripping the boards off. So I might do that right now. But anyhow, guys, we'll be back. So we finally made it back from Lowe's, and we got caught up a bunch of other things. So we're just now getting back to working on trailer over there, but do have a pile of lumber here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more, but I'm gonna start with this. That way I don't want to buy more than because I don't really use a lot of lumber to begin with, so I don't want to buy a bunch of it and have it laying around anyway. So I'm gonna start with this. Probably gonna need 2 or 3 more at the most. I might have enough, I don't know yet. But anyway, I've been here for like a few minutes. I've just been figuring out seeing if we could pop some of these out. And most of them are coming free, but some of them, seen a couple where the heads are basically, there's no spline in them at all. Like this one right here. So this might require a hammer and a crowbar or something to just break it off and get it out. But they're actually coming out pretty decent. They're not too stuck in there. And I bought a new box of screws, but I might try to reuse at least some of these. And they're not self-tappers, so they got to be drilled first. But I might even try to put the bores down and then just drill it through the bottom. That way it kind of makes it easier. Just go back in the same holes they were in. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start taking out. I see that one there. That one might not never even come out. It's gonna. Yeah. Let's see this one here. Yeah, we got a hold of that one anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting the ones I can, the ones I can't. I'm gonna take a pry bar to them, and we'll see what happens here. But also, I've kind of talk myself out of painting this because I've got way too much other stuff I can be more or less spending time on, you know. Got a lot of other projects. I don't need to be painting this right now. Not saying it won't happen, but at the moment I'm just going to leave it as is. I I greased everything up. There's still a bunch of grease in all the hubs and everything. I got to get some new dust caps, water seals, whatever you want to call them. I got to get some new of those. A couple of them were like that one there has a hole in it, but everything seems fine. I greased it up real quick. You know, I'm just gonna run it. I'm probably gonna have to get just a couple new tires because, like I said, this trailer's been sitting for maybe, I don't know, probably a couple years. But I don't really see any dry rot right away on them, so you know, I might just run it till it blows, kind of thing. It's not like it's gonna tear up anything here. But yeah, is this even? Yeah, it's on. Looked weird here, but I mean, I can't really see. There's no dry rot that I can see right now, so might just run it. But definitely gonna get working on this. So, step one done. I don't know. I only got a cheap bit, and also, I mean, even if it was an expensive one, like a lot of these, even if you try to pick them out, they're rusted away, and it just winds up stripping both that out and the bit off. So, as you could tell, after a while, I just kind of got tired of it and got out the Sawzall and started cutting and ripping and pulling and tearing and going forward. So I don't. To me, there's a lot more screws in here than there needs to be, because like up front here, to me it should have had a lip here where they went in here. That way you could only, you could get away with like, maybe 6-8 screws across the whole front here instead of screwing every single board in there. And then kind of the same thing here. Like they were all miter cut. I'm just gonna get a couple pieces of angle iron, put one here, and then just put 6 or 8 on each side of here. And the same thing over here. Instead of doing everyone here, just put a little piece of angle iron on the back side, and then 6 or 8 there. That way you don't have so many screws in each end. And then obviously these back ones, I might throw a couple down the center one there, just on a few of them. But here, obviously screw down here. Then I might jump to this one, put some in here. I'll come to this one, just put one in each across there, and then come back to this one. Instead of doing both. I don't know. It's just kind of, to me, it was done a little weird in my opinion. So Anyway, I really don't have that much angle iron. I've got a bunch of tubing laid over there from leftover stuff, but I don't have much angle iron. So I'm going to try to get a hold of that sometime this coming week. And I think I have a little bit. You know, we could probably, I think I might have enough to do like, you know, this area here or one of the other, whatever. But anyway, I think that's gonna, it's getting late. Getting bit up by mosquitoes. It's still humid as heck. I mean, my shirt is soaked. Old Buzz doing work though. So anyway, but before I do anything more here, I'm going to sweep all the stuff under there, make sure I'm not going to drive over any of the, because some of these stripped out, but I'm going to sweep everything under, pull the trailer out, pressure wash everything. I still don't think I'm going to paint it, just because, like I said, I have other stuff that I more or less need to be doing. So anyway, that's just the plan at the moment. So I'm not going to worry about too much, but definitely going to clean it up before I do anything else to it. I'm not even going to worry about saving these, because like I said, I'm not going to use as many by putting those angle irons in. So I'm just going to go over here and hack all these off, because some of them are fine. Like this one here, pretty good. But this one here, you can see it's already starting to corrode out. There's other ones that were worse, you know. So I'm not even going to try to save them. I'm just going to hack them all off and start fresh. So anyway, guys, this will be like part one. I'm going to wrap it up in part two, even if it carries over to more than one day. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys.